Alright, I got good news and I got bad news. Bad news is first. The bad news is you are the problem. You are your problem. But that's okay. Don't panic yet, because the good news is you are your solution. You are your own solution to every one of the problems. Almost every one of the problems that you face, you're the solution. You see, we have the power to make choices. We have the power to decide. If we need to change something, if we want to change something, if we want change in an area of our life, all we have to do is change. It's really that simple. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes discipline, but the concept is simple. You have to make a decision to change, and then change. So the good news is you are the solution to your problems. Romans 12:2 says, "Do not be conformed to the ways of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you can see that good and acceptable and perfect will of God." So how do we change? We transform our mind. We renew our mind. That's how we are transformed, by renewing our minds. The things you think about are the things you become, the things you do. So if you change your mind to have a positive outlook, to believe that you can be a better version of yourself, to decide to be disciplined enough to do a budget, to save some money, to pay off debt, if you renew your mind that way, you can start to see God's will in your life. If you decide that you're going to stop sinning, stop transgressing His law because you love Him, you're renewing your mind, and you're going to be transformed as you start to walk in His way. But it's not going to happen unless you renew your mind. We have free will to choose. We have the power to choose. And in choosing and renewing our mind, we become transformed. Proverbs 25:28 says, "A man without self-control is like a city broken into and left without walls." If you don't have self-discipline, if you don't have self-control, you're like a bankrupt city that's broken into and stolen from and left in ruins. Self-control is a very important element to your health, to your financial well-being, to your relationships, and to your spiritual walk. If you don't have enough self-control, self-discipline to decide to take charge, you're going to be that city that's left in ruins, metaphorically, obviously. But the beauty to every single thing that we're talking about right now is that you have the free will. You have the power to change. You are allowed to make the choice, and no one is holding you back. No one is stopping you. It's completely, entirely in your hands. And the day that you decide, I've had it, I'm done. I'm done calling myself a Christian but not living like one. I'm done working so hard to be broke and only be able to pay bills. I'm done feeding myself crap and flirting with death because of the decisions and the choices that I make when it comes to eating food. You've got to get to that point and say, I'm done. I've had it. And when you do that, when you make that choice, when you finally decide to change, the only thing you've got to do from there on is commit to that decision. And if you'll commit to that decision, you will have success in whatever you decide to do. So, decision making and commitment. That's the secret formula to success. It's really not a secret. It's not insightful at all. There's really not a lot to it. It's very basic. It's a very simple concept, but it is not easy. If it was easy, then everybody would do it. Everybody would have money instead of the bank owning all of their things, the bank owning their car and their home and using the bank to buy things that they want that they can't afford. If it was easy, then everyone would actually have money and not be using debt. If it was easy, everyone would be healthy and their physical condition would be good. If it was easy, everyone would have a good relationship. The divorce rate in this country wouldn't be whatever crazy percentage it is. Last time I checked, it was 50%. So 1 in every 2 marriages end in divorce. If it was easy, that wouldn't be the case. It's not easy. It's hard. The concept is easy. But I believe in you, and the God who lives in you, Yahuwah Elohim, He is powerful enough to change your life, to transform you, but you have to renew your mind first. If you don't renew your mind, it's not going to happen. So that's your duty, is renewing your mind, committing to the decisions that you make, and then letting the Father lead you from there on, following His instructions for your life, and you will become the very best version of you. As always, many blessings. You guys choose life. Get out there and win today.